Yeah.
Hello, coming from the dark side of the moon. It is Blood in the Water, our Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle set in Tampa, Florida. My name is Bolthra. Thank you for watching our videos. If you have not already, please click the subscribe button and like this video. Today is the season finale of season 1. We have blown through 9 previous episodes, and the storm is getting stronger as we get to episode 10. I have my 3 players with me who have hung in there, been battered and everything you can think of so far. But that there's more time to inflict more punishment on them. Let's
Please
go.
don't.
Still have an episode before the season's
Exactly,
over, so who
exactly.
knows what
Right.
we'll get into.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Let's mix it up. Let's go with Darwin first.
Hi, I'm Darwin. I'm playing Stan, the not-so-newbie vampire. He just learned that he's Mancavian,
Yeah.
a few hours before this session.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I forgot to change his little clan symbol, but we'll update that.
Season
for,
2. We'll get that for season 2.
Yeah.
Season.
He's only a bootleg Malkavian as of now.
He hasn't gone through his initiation yet. So, let's go with Aloysius next.
Hello, I'm Aloysius. I play Silas Lambert, Ventru Fixer, Family Man, Resident Coterie Dad, etc., etc. Maybe he'll pick up some more labels along the line. Who knows? The night's young.
The night is young. That's right. And of course, but last but not least, Jen.
Hi, I'm Jen. I'm playing Layla. She's the bass player in an all-vampire band, and she is Toreador.
Alrighty. Previously on Blood in the Water. Stan and Silas visited CC Productions, finding a rather ordinary-looking business. After convincing the cleaning crew to let them look around, an odd young woman was caught watching the pair. On seeing Stan, she burst into tears, apologizing to him profusely for letting them take him from her. The woman, Maya Watson, was indeed his sire, but was afraid to name her own maker, claiming that he would hear it and become angry. Maya proved quite playful and enjoyed the pair's attempts at identifying her sire. The only thing she revealed was that he was bearded and stood 6'1". Weeping Shadow's fame continued to grow to another level, but their celebration was cut short when Miles Davis and his crew arrived. Miles Davis, not the jazz musician. This would be Miles Dixon. Excuse me.
That's okay.
Although that would be hilarious.
It'd be really a surprise there, you know.
It's like, whoa, what are you doing here?
I've never
How are you
died.
still
I've just been a
alive?
vampire. He's a vampire, of course.
That would be great.
Of course.
Actually, season 2. I gotta think about working in Miles Davis. And his crew arrived through the front door. When Dixon became aggressive and attacked their manager, Gene, Donnie retaliated, and the brawl spilled out into the alley behind the veil. And our scene returns immediately as that fight has occurred. The back door has crashed. The Gangrel and the Bruja have crashed through the door and stumbled out into the alley. And Layla goes running to the door and sticks her head outside.
Yeah, what do I see out there immediately?
You look out and you don't see either one, but you do hear from your left a huge sound of scraping metal, though.
Okay, I think they're over there, Doyle.
Okay, so Doyle kind of creeps up behind you, kind of keeping his distance, and you see there's a kind of a green dumpster that's in the alley. You see the dumpster shove forward as you hear something like crash into it. So the dumpster like moves about 5 feet
Towards us or
towards you. Yeah.
away?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I'm going to back up into the doorway again.
Okay. Doyle kind of sticks his head out from behind you, and you see from around the dumpster, you see Miles is kind of circling. And he's kind of like, you hear him say, "Get up, come on! I've been waiting to do this for weeks now."
Uh-oh.
And Donnie does eventually stand up, and dives into Miles, and the pair are just like wrestling, but they're in this like just put it in game terms, they're both using celerity, so they're like rolling, they're fighting all,
This is
Yeah.
mind-boggling.
Yes.
Yeah. They might be well matched, though. I don't know.
Looking out, you see now looking past the dumpster, kind of towards the end of the alley. You do see two guys in motorcycle jackets who look like the same club as Miles. They come running up, and you see they're each carrying pistols.
Oh shit! We gotta get him out of there.
Okay.
How am I gonna do that?
Doyle's like,
Got any ideas, Doyle? You're not a fighter, though, are you?
I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover.
Yeah, I know. I know. All right. What can I do to get in the way? Okay, so I don't know if they'll hear me, but just to maybe distract them for a minute, I'm gonna yell, "If you don't knock it off, I'm calling the cops right now." And I get my phone out, like,
Okay.
like loud as I can be.
All right. Let's have you roll your charisma and persuasion, please.
Okay, charisma. Where the hell's charisma? There it is. Charisma and persuasion. Just enough to like make them stop for a second. Give Donnie a chance,
No,
Did it work?
No.
Damn.
They continue to brawl, but what you do notice is from behind even the members of his club, you see some new people running up. They look like just regular club kids that you would recognize. You see they all got like cell phones, and they're all like running up there. Fight, fight, fight! We got to get this.
Shit. This is not good.
Would you like to try that again, or would you like to
well,
perhaps
I don't know what else I can do.
try to get rid of the kids?
I think the kids are going to get killed if they're in it.
Okay. Why don't you?
I'm going to try to go around these
Okay.
two idiots fighting, and I don't know, just maybe they'll stop and film me instead.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Off I go. What do I got to do for that?
Let's just roll the same thing. The charisma.
Same thing? Okay.
And performance. I'm going to make it a little easier since you already yelled once. So.
Yeah, I did. Okay, so it's, what was it? Performance, right?
Yes, please.
And charisma.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Much better.
All right.
The what do you yell out?
Hey, what'd you think of the show? And I go around and try to distract them with that.
Yeah, they some of the kids are like, look, hey, that's her, and they start coming
Surrounding
over to
me.
take pictures of you. There are some who are still looking at the fight.
Well, it's up to them, but I'm gonna like kind of start moving them away from the fight,
Okay.
you know, towards the front door, that kind of thing.
Okay.
Get them out of there before they get killed.
They the crowd is kind of moving all over, and actually Miles grabs Donnie by the shirt, and he's just about to hit him, and he's like, he's seeing all these people surrounding him, and he's like, shit, and he just kind of pushes Donnie away, and he goes, "This ain't over, drummer boy," and then he just kind of shoves his way through the crowd, just pushing everybody away, and his two guys follow him. So now you got Donnie is battered.
And I'm in a crowd of the Hot Topic kids,
Yeah.
aren't I?
and actually, I'm going to see if Doyle could actually do something besides being useless.
I know.
Let's see if he's able to actually...
He's not a fighter, though. He really isn't.
No, he's really not. He's... I'm going to have him roll the exact same thing you did and see if... He's useless.
Oh no.
In his best high school voice, he's like, "Hey, everybody, you ought to just get out of here. Show's over." He's like, "Oh, I need some tea." My voice.
Silas is face palming from across the city.
Exactly.
Doesn't know why.
Donnie kind of gets on his feet, and he just kind of like shoves off anyone trying to help him up, and he goes
That's
back
about
inside. And everyone's kind of like, "Oh, fight's over," and the crowd starts to disperse a little bit. So
Okay.
go back inside, or what do you want to do?
Okay, so a lot of you are still here filming me, and that's awesome. I love my fans, all of my fans. So I'm just going to announce that we're going to be playing at the Inferno in a week. So you'll see about that on social media. And if you could, come visit the show there, if you're old enough to, that'd be great. And I got to go, but it's really great seeing y'all here, and we'll catch you next time around. All
Okay,
right, bye,
great,
everybody.
great.
I
All
go
right.
running back in.
And that seems to be enough for them. They
Okay.
eventually kind of disperse. You get in the dressing room. Gene's got like a knot on his forehead.
Oh.
And he's like, who was that guy?
That's Miles. He's an asshole.
Miles. All right, we're gonna have to get some better security for guys like that. So
Usually Donnie's our security.
Donnie's kind of sullen. He's quiet. He just seems like he's just kind of like he's getting ready for round 2. So
Yeah, I can tell.
we are gonna fade out from that, and when we come back, it is a week later.
Okay.
And we are gonna start up with Stan. He's spent the week probably kind of diving back into his regular job. He's kind of looking for now some sort of pattern, some sort of regular schedule in a way, that since things have kind of gone, loopy on him. But he's kind of gotten to the weekend. Saturday morning or whatever, whenever his weekend starts. And he kind of now has time to think about it. And he's kind of got to wonder, okay, what do I want to do next? I've gotten some information. I know who my sire is. And I know that there's some other nefarious business going on in East Tampa. Some people from somewhere else want to kill me. And he's kind of had some time to now think about it. So this is where we would want to kind of focus on Stan and kind of thinking about, okay, what do I want to do next?
All right. Okay. So I assume the note board's still there. There's more notes on it.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The note board.
He went to Hobby Lobby
Yeah.
and got more yarn. So
More yarn. He said, "Oh, I know my sire now. I can get rid of most of this."
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, I can't. But yeah, note board still full. He has like 3 ideas on what he can do. 1, people want to kill me in this town. I don't want to be killed. If I'm not in the town, they're not going to worry about me.
Right.
Second option, ask my boss for help. I'll be used as a bargaining chip, but at least they need me alive for a bargaining chip. Also, third case, kill the 6'1" bearded man that sired me.
That is an option, yes.
It is.
All you gotta do is talk Silas into doing it for you. Or somebody else, of course. So.
Fair. Fair. You know what? Let's try talking to Underwood.
Okay. We can do that. All right. He just kind of casually, when he's working, just kind of sends a quick message, Teams message over to the boss. Hey! And she replies, "Good evening, Stan. Haven't talked to you in a while."
Is he texting her?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
He
on
says-
like the message thing through work. So
Uh-huh. All right. He writes back, "Hi, is there a time I'd be able to talk to you about how would I say it? I'm actually thinking how Vampire would try to write this without being, like, super obvious.
right, a
Um,
problem.
yeah, prom works. He writes down, yeah, I need to talk to you about some problems with work.
Okay. And you see the little ellipsis going, like she's thinking about kind of how to reply, and she says, "Come by tonight. Come by the office tonight."
Will do. Thumbs up emoji.
You get nothing. Uh, okay. Then we're going to assume that then he jumps in the car to go over to the building and go see his boss. I'm going to switch quickly to Silas first. He's actually had almost kind of a peaceful week in a way. So far, the last couple days, no one's been shooting at him.
That
Nobody's
is
really,
nice. That is a good change of pace.
nobody's come to him asking for help, finding something, losing something, that kind of thing. I think we lost Jen. No,
Yes.
she's back. Okay.
They've returned.
Sorry,
Return.
hit the wrong button.
No problem. No
It
problem.
happens to the
did.
best of us.
Is there anything Silas would like to do now that he's had a little bit of peace?
Well, over the course of the past week, since meeting Maya with Stan and all that, I would say, Silas would have devoted his free time trying to figure out the best way to get a meeting with Baron Montenegro.
Okay. Okay. That'll take some doing. He may have a contact. I don't know if he has contacts though. Oh, wait.
I do not think he does.
Nope, he does not. So, that is going to probably take some doing to get a meeting on the books. But he thinks he probably can. So we are going to say that for right now he's kind of working through maybe a contact he has. He does know one guy, but whether or not he really wants to talk to him, because he did have a friend who actually his friend owes him a favor. His friend Philip Woods.
Yeah.
But Philip didn't really prove to be too reliable. So
No. It's worth a shot, and, if he lets him down again, then he just, like, beats him into the dirt. But if he somehow manages to arrange this meeting, then
Okay.
any debt cleared.
okay, all right. We'll get back to that in just a little bit. We are gonna jump back then to our friend Stan, who gets over to the Consolidex offices. He gets has no problem parking, getting up. Security guards let him up. At this point, they recognize him. He gets in to the office. Doesn't see Lissy tonight. Maybe she actually has tonight off. But Baron Underwood's office door is open when he gets up, and he approaches the doorway.
All right. Gives a quick knock. If there's no voice on the other side or someone says, come in, he opens it.
She says, "Come in."
All right.
All right. Walks in. She's in another, she's I can't talk tonight. She's about the same kind of dress that you recognize her from before. Very professional cut. She's sitting at her desk, actually has papers all over. She looks like she's actually doing, what you would think of them as like mortal work, with, all these papers in front of her. And she seems a little aggravated, but she's like, "All right, Stan, what can I do for you?"
All right. I was wondering about something real quick. So, we're not exactly sure who we'd come to if someone was trying to. How can I put this the best way? Trying to make me not be around here anymore. Yeah, someone trying to take me out.
She kind of just pushes back from her chair just a little bit. You weren't in that mess over in Largo, were you?
Largo. Stan's flipping through his notes.
The car races.
Oh, yeah. I was there with a few other people. Yeah, shot at.
All right, I'm glad you were being honest with me because I had heard from someone that you were there. Have you found what you were looking for?
No, not really. I still don't have a solution to why people are still killing me. Well, how to stop them from trying to kill me.
The more I know, the more complicit I am. So I can't lie about things I don't know. Is this something you think you can take care of yourself?
Yes, but I'd need help find one individual.
Who?
Stan gives all the description he had from before. Well, let me see. It's 6'1". He would be a Malkavian. They're a he. Beard. What hair color did they say again?
I think we said black. So
Black hair. Works fairly closely with which band was it again?
Baron Montenegro.
Montenegro. Let me see. And one of the people they have sired were. Let me see if I wrote it down. This one I know I wrote down. Oh God,
Maya.
yes. Sten's actually flipping through his notes. The last page, it's like on the brown part of the notepad. Like, oh yeah, Maya, yeah.
I love it.
That's perfect.
She, back in character, she kind of just rolls her eyes and she says, "Oh Jesus, Magnus Luden." Magnus Luden. She says,
Magnus Luden.
Luden.
Luden. Got it with an I.
Oh, you don't. Oh, she's like, well, are you looking to talk to him? I mean, what?
Well, he kind of wants me dead because apparently he sired me and thinks that's a shame or an embarrassment.
And then she's okay. So this Maya is his child then. Yeah, he's kind of like an Old Testament kind of, I don't know, wacko, just all about the traditions of Cain and just I think the Baron's even afraid of him, to be honest with you. Montenegro, I think he's afraid of Magnus and just keeps him, what's that thing from The Godfather? That
Keeps him
movie?
around because it'll be worse against him.
Yeah. Oh, oh Jesus. That's who he is. He's just bad news. And his child must have really pissed him off, and now it just sounds like now they're trying to get rid of you to basically kind of erase the mistake. That's probably why you got dropped in my barony, because they didn't think to come looking for you here, but it sounds like they found you. In the end, you're my subject. You're my employee. I'm gonna back you, but I'm not gonna make a direct move against an elder. Just it's just not worth starting a war. But if you decide to do something, I'm gonna just deny all knowledge of this conversation. And I hate to say it, Stan, you're on your own on this.
Yeah, thought this was probably going to happen. At least I know who it is now.
And she kind of looks away and kind of taps her fingers on it. There are resources that can assist with such things, but I wouldn't know what those were or how to contact such people, though.
Resources. Contact. Stan's flipping through his notebook. Yep. Probably have someone that could help me with that. But again, thank you. He's like writing more stuff down. He's heading out the door. Thank you again, Baron Underwood, boss. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. All right. Yeah, she right after you leave, you get a text message from her that just says, "Lissy will be in touch."
Let's see. Energy drink girl.
Energy drink girl, yes.
Yes.
So,
Yes, just like on the notepad, a
Yes,
picture of
energy
like
drink girl.
on the notepad. There's just Lissy and like the Monster Energy logo. Yeah.
okay. We are going to switch back then to Silas. Is he going to give Philip Woods a call? Going to text him? They were email buddies for a while, so how's he going to contact his friend?
He would email him and say, "Hey, we're meeting now."
He gets okay. Where?
Your place.
He gets. He just gets a reply. Okay. So do I assume he jumps in the car? And,
Yep. He starts making his way over.
Right.
Making my way down.
He gets over into East Tampa, and he doesn't spend a lot of time here because it's not not his territory. But he finds a kind of old apartment building. Really, calling it a slum would be really upgrading it. It's really a hellhole. He's
No.
he's just kind of stepping lightly, make sure he doesn't get anything on his clothes. Goes up the stairs to Unit 2A. There's no doorbell. Okay. And it sounds like thunder when he hits the door because it's like paper practically. Thing opens up the chain. Somebody sticks out. He goes, "Hey, bro."
Don't call me that.
Closes it. Okay. Opens it up, and lets you in. The apartment is actually pretty clean for the hellhole that he lives in. On all sides, you can hear people arguing and from other apartments. The ubiquitous baby crying somewhere in the background. Gets in. So have a seat, man.
I'll look around, contemplate for a second, and then just say,
Okay.
"I'm good."
Okay. Philip kind of sits cross-legged on the floor. He's like, "What can I do for you, man?"
Would you possibly be able to, through the grapevine or the daisy chain or whatever you want to call it, be able to arrange a meeting with Zeus Montenegro for me?
I guess, man. you looking for work, man? I mean, I know.
For the time being, I just
Okay.
need to talk to him face to
Yeah,
face.
yeah. I could probably swing that. There's some stuff I'd like too. Um, maybe some stuff you could do for me.
Well, you didn't entirely pay me back for the last job that I did you.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh shit, my bad, man.
So
Um,
consider this my payment.
okay. He seemed like he was gonna try to push it, but he's like, okay. Um,
If you
yeah.
don't royally mess this up somehow, then maybe I'll consider another job with you in the future.
Hey, did you never you haven't seen that lady again, have you? The one you said was at the house? You know the one I'm talking about.
Yes, and no, I haven't seen her.
Damn. All right. All right, cool. All right, bro. I'll
I said don't call me that.
Oh, okay. I I'll I'll see if I can make it happen, man. In the meantime, man, peace.
All right.
And he might be
And
the
then
only
I'll
hippie vampire you've ever run into.
yeah, and I'll just leave as soon as I can because
Okay.
this place is a shithole.
Okay. All right. Um, we are going to switch then to nighttime at the Vale, or later on in the night at the
Okay.
Vale.
Turns out Silas was just burning in the sun this whole time.
How about this? We'll make it the next night. We'll keep it simple.
Okay, that's
So we'll
fine.
keep it simple. And we are at the Vale.
Hmm.
And Weeping Shadow are going to be opening for the band Carpathian Cross, who the Cross are here. They are backstage.
All right.
They have a much bigger crew, a much bigger set than your band.
Wow. Are they
But
gonna fit on the stage at the
I,
Vale?
apparently they're looking around going, I don't think anybody priced this out, man, or did any estimates before we got here. But
Yeah.
they seem like they might have to like cut the stage performance down a little bit. But first is Weeping Shadow. This is their
Yes.
chance to impress everyone. And there goes the screen again. Sorry about that. And some
All of
reason,
the issues.
Yeah.
well, for some reason when I'm clicking that is going on the wrong screen there. So sorry about that, everybody. Okay. So this is her time to shine. The whole band's time to shine. I'd like to have her make a rouse check first
Okay.
to see if she rouses the blood before they get on stage.
Apparently. Nope,
Is
maybe not.
It is a success. So
It is? Okay.
it doesn't cost her anything.
Okay. All right.
So the band gets in a huddle like they've never done this before, and they're like, all right. And Doyle doesn't really say anything. He just kind of looks at Layla. He's like, all right, this is your show.
All right. So we've been playing together for a while. We know what we're doing. Let's relax, have fun, enjoy the crowd, get into the music. I know Amadeus can do that really, really well. And we'll be fine.
All right.
All right, ready?
And they run onto the stage, and Layla picks up her bass, and
Waves at the crowd.
Yep. and she's gonna hit that first note, and I want to have you roll your charisma and performance. This may be the biggest show
Okay.
they've had so far. So
Yeah, it is. Charisma and performance.
5 successes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Dope.
And that was a difficulty 5.
Oh, wow. And it worked.
So she hits those first couple notes of the song, and the crowd just goes wild. The place is packed. Probably half the fans are here just to see Carpathian Cross,
Probably.
but they're really digging the sound. And
Nice.
for the next 30 minutes, you really just kind of blow the crowd away. They just really, you're winning them over.
Awesome.
And the legend of Weeping Shadow continues to grow. At the end of their set, if they were mortal, they'd be all sweaty, leaving, and they walk off stage, and it's going to be about 20 minutes for the band for them to switch over.
Yeah.
You get backstage, and you see now Carpathian Cross. They're a four-piece with two guitarists, a bassist, and a drummer. One of the guitarists, you would recognize him. His name Gurmand Ramnum.
Oh, wow.
Is the singer and the kind of the rhythm guitar player. He's sitting in one of the chairs. And he's putting on just a little bit of makeup. He's just kind of adding
standard.
he is bloodlessly pale looking.
Okay.
He's probably the only one who does not put on any corpse makeup because he doesn't need it because he really looks like a corpse. But the others are putting on their makeup.
Yeah.
And the other guys are all big, huge guys. Mid, maybe into early 30s. And they're speaking English, but it's very highly accented. And it's
Swedish band. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as they're getting their makeup on, the singer Gurmand, he's kind of notices you look at him and he says, "Oh, come here."
Okay.
And you notice he has no accent. He really has no accent. While the other guys sound like they're very Swedish or Norwegian, he really seems to have like no discernible accent.
It's nice to meet you guys.
Nice
Listened to your songs for a while.
It's nice to meet you too.
Yeah.
From what I could hear, you guys did a hell of a show.
I think we did. We were very excited to open for you.
From what you know about Carpathian Cross, they are from Norway. They are a black metal band.
Okay.
They're on the rise as far as metal goes. Most people mock their satanic appearance and that kind of thing. But they, as far as metal bands go, they're kind of rising quickly. In time, he finishes his makeup. They have their manager come in, telling him it's just about time to go on stage. Is Layla going to go out and watch a show? Is she going to stay in the back? What does she want to do?
How long has it been since the last time we played a show? Like I forgot the timing of it.
Before this?
Yeah, when the fight happened and now.
that was over a week ago.
Okay, so we're good. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna go out and watch part of the show.
Okay.
At least part of it,
Okay.
and I'm gonna tell Doyle where I'm going.
Okay. Yeah, he's kind of in awe of it. The other guys.
I'm gonna give him a hug and say, "You're gonna be fine. Just chill." I'm gonna go out and
the
watch
other
the
guys
show.
in the band don't say anything to you guys. They just kind of get up and walk past the rest of the band without a word. Out on stage, you see they have looks like flamethrower things like on the side, but they're very small because the club isn't that big.
Right.
And as the house lights go out, there is this like dark orchestral music comes on. It's sounds like something out of a funeral comes on, and then this spotlight hits the middle of the stage, and you see this upside down cross is descending.
Wow.
And you see Gurmod is on there, and he's on the cross. And
that's gonna get attention.
And everyone's like freaking out. And everyone's like, yeah. They're all chanting, throwing up the horns and all that. The cross starts to like rotate as like the music gets louder and louder, and then it comes to a comes to a stop, and you see him actually what people think he's like holding on to the cross. You see there was actually something through his hands.
Oh.
So he pulls his hands off, and only you with a trained eye are looking. You notice that there are holes in his hands, that he quickly closes his hands, but you saw one was already starting to close.
Okay.
So he is, from what you can see, he is the real deal. Gets his feet off, kind of waves to the crowd. They're screaming. He gets his guitar, and he yells something about the promise of torment. And then
the crowd goes wild.
Yeah, and they break into this song. The singing is a mix of guttural growling with high-pierced shrieking, added
about
in
right.
for emphasis. The mosh pit is like nothing you've seen so far at.
I'm getting out of the way of that, but I'll
the
watch.
Veil. It almost looks like a hurricane of hate is moving in like an angry sea. I mean, it is just insane. And you do smell some blood coming from out of the pit as people are in there with all sorts of spikes, and it's just insane. They do stop at one point, and I looked some things up for you, Jen, just to just add a little flavor to it.
Sure.
And Gurmad says, Our new album is called The Woe in God's Eyes. This is a new song called Bliss of Perversion. And then they break into this
Nice.
this god awful rampage of a song.
Wow.
They play for probably an hour 15. The crowd is just absolutely worn out by the time they leave the stage. And you see that the whole band kind of plays up the vampire thing a lot. And I want to have you make a check on something.
Okay.
You're positive that Gurmand is
Oh
Kindred.
yeah.
But you don't know about the rest of the band. Do you want to check them out, or do you care? It's up to you.
I know they put makeup on, but we do too. So
I mean, they're playing up the satanic white face and drooling blood and all this kind of shit.
That kind of stuff. Yeah. Okay. What would I do to check? Like, what would I
have you? We never use your auspex. Let's take a look at it.
Cool. Let's do that. Where is that?
Let's have you use your. We're actually just going to have you. You know what? We're just going to have you use your wits, your heightened senses, and it's going to be just a wits and resolve.
Okay, so wits and resolve.
Yeah,
All right, where's resolve?
Let me make sure I did that.
I can't find resolve.
Yeah, okay. It is.
Oh, wait, there it is.
You got it? Okay.
Both of those?
Yep.
Wits and resolve?
Yep.
Okay.
And. Ooh.
Not so good.
No.
Probably the blood smell is probably throwing me.
And the flashing lights and the.
It's just a lot.
You're like, well, I can't really tell if the rest of the band are Kindred, but that guy definitely is.
Yep.
He seems to be the real deal. When they're leaving the stage, and the other guys kind of stayed off to the side, kind of near Doyle, they actually kind of nod to the band. Donnie might try to, go in for a high five on somebody.
High five, good.
And maybe gets one guy high fiving back. But they don't seem to make a whole lot of time for the band. And they go to the dressing room and kind of close the door on you guys. Now, Gurmand is the last one off the stage, and he does come over to talk to Layla again, and you notice he's actually pretty soft spoken when he speaks to you. I mean, you had just heard this beast of hell on the stage roaring
it was great.
and growling and screaming and all this shit, and he's actually pretty quiet, and he says, "What did you think of the show?"
Oh, it was wonderful. I didn't even know, like, the whole cross thing. That was perfect. That was such an opener.
He says, "Yeah, I've trained for a little bit." You see just tiny little marks on his hands.
Yeah, yeah, I saw that.
He says,
Hmm.
"It's a little corny at times, but the kids like it."
Well, I mean, Ozzy did stuff like that.
Yeah.
Alex Cooper did stuff like that. I mean, you know, it's good though. It's good.
So where did you say you're playing next?
We're going to the Inferno in like
Inferno.
about a week, I think.
He's like,
We have a social media account. It'll be on there somewhere, but
This
yeah,
is
it's just Weeping Shadows. We weren't very creative about that. So,
He says, "I love your." He says, "I love your name."
oh, thank you.
Despite my nature, we do go heavily on the vampire imagery. It's
Right.
almost a way of standing out. What do they say? Hiding in plain sight.
Hmm. And is the whole band hiding in plain sight?
No, they are.
Ah,
They are my uh, set musicians, you would
mm,
call them. He says,
okay.
he's like, I tend to change the band out when I think they are in need of adjustment.
Ah, well, fair,
He
you
says,
know.
I hope to see you
Yeah.
again, Layla.
That would be great. You could come to our show, and then when we're done, I'll come say hi.
Next week we will be in uh, the Pittsburgh, uh,
Oh.
Pennsylvania, I believe.
Oh, yes, that's right. Pennsylvania. That's
Yes.
far, though. That's I can't go there that
But
quick
if
until the
we,
show here.
but if your
Hmm.
your man, the little man, the Gene,
Oh, Gene, yes, is our
per-
uh,
manager, yes.
manager. Yes,
Perhaps there is something in the future that could be done for Weeping Shadow
that would be
to
good.
play elsewhere.
That would be really good. Who should I have him contact?
What do they say? Your people talk to my people.
Yes, yes, this.
That's
Uh-huh.
He says, we will see it done, Layla.
All
He
right.
gives you
I
this
look
real
forward to
serious
it.
look and turns around and just kind of walks softly into the dressing room.
All right. I'm gonna go meet up with the rest of my band.
Alrighty.
I'm like all starstruck.
And we've set up a lot of things for season 2. And what I want to do is we're going to have one final scene. Uh,
Okay.
and this is set the following morning. In the morning following the Carpathian Cross show, a battered gray SUV pulls into the Vale's parking lot. The driver, a woman in sunglasses with straggly brown hair and a tired expression, watches the band's road crew loading the gear into a truck. She calmly sips coffee while examining the building, paying attention to the roof and entrances. As her picture has been all over the news as of late, she does not linger very long. Picking up her phone, she looks at the Vale's ad for last night's show. With a smirk, she looks at a picture of Carpathian Cross once more, before scrolling down to the openers, a band called Weeping Shadow. She sips her coffee once more as she examines the band's photo. The camera focuses on the goth woman in the picture holding a bass guitar. Behind the sunglasses, the woman's eyes widen just a bit as she taps the side of the phone with her fingernail. Satisfied with what she's seen, she puts the vehicle in gear and drives away. And that is
Uh,
where we end season 1.
oh, wow.
I want to thank my players for continuing on this ride. Uh, I hope everyone's enjoyed themselves.
Yeah.
So
A lot of shit gonna kick off next season apparently.
we'll see.
Yeah, for sure.
Uh, Not sure when that'll be. I'm gonna take a
Right, right.
little bit of break from Vampire. Just as an ad, we're going to be doing a Hunter game in August,
Hmm.
and then probably looking at season 2 of Blood in the Water after that point. So uh, Layla has, I think they've all got some promise for some new
Yeah.
adventures
Oh, yeah.
in season 2. Jen, you have anything you want to advertise, bring up?
Yeah, I'm the host of the Shattered Soulstone podcast at shatteredsoulstone.com. There's also a Twitter and a Facebook page for that. And it's basically focused on the Diablo series of games, plus all the shenanigans at the company that makes them, and that kind of thing. And it's usually about 30 to 45-minute show. Comes out every Saturday, shatteredsoulstone.com.
Okay. Anybody have anything else they want to ask before we close the door? That'll answer.
No, not as of yet.
I would say, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot, but also not at the same time.
Oh, okay.
Well, thank you, everybody, and we'll see you in season 2.
Yep. Bye.